Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Khadija Tasnubhan Abila. I am from 41st batch, roll 28. First of all, I would like to thank our course instructor, Dr. Muhammad Mesbauddin sir, for giving us the opportunity to present our today's topic. We have prepared the presentation on strategic HRM response to post-pandemic situation in the case of real estate industry. These are my group members. Now I'm going to start with the objectives of the study. Our main objective is to learn about the impact on global real estate industry due to the pandemic. In this study, we have tried to find out what we need to be done during and after the pandemic situation from strategic HRM perspective. Here we also have some specific objectives, and those are to learn about the importance of real estate industry, to find out the condition of global real estate industry during the pandemic, to find out what are the steps needed to be taken by real estate industry after pandemic. Methodology for this assignment, we have used only secondary data. We did not use any primary data as we did not have any hypothesis to prove. The sources of secondary data are online newspapers, online articles, online magazines. Limitations of the study: we have faced some limitations while preparing the slides, such as current pandemic, lack of time, lack of facility to meet officials, lack of secondary data due to new situation. That's all from my part. Now my fellow group member, Mr. Mohammad Saidur Rahman, will continue the presentation. Thank you all.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Mohammad Saidur Rahman, 41st batch. My rule number is 20. So here I'm going to introduce introduction part, explain. So I think real estate sector is considered as one of the key indicators of the development of any economy. Over the years, the sector has shown promising growth with the expected ups and downs over the time. Few factors drive the growth of real estate sector, such as price of properties, interest rate, the demand for the property, changes in demographic, urbanization, etc. I think again the industry drives the growth of several others like cement, steel, tiles, sanitary ware, glass, and other building materials. Uh, this industry contributes a lot in creates employment, disposable income, purchase capacity, and other GDP per capita. But due to COVID-19, the real estate industry is low, facing tremendous negative consequences. Next. So here I'm planning the real estate industry in Bangladesh. Okay, so over the last 40 years, real estate sector played a significant role in shaping the Bangladesh economy. According to Rehab, in 2014, this sector contributed around 12% of GDP compared to the previous year, which was 7.04%. That is 2060. The number of unsold flats came down around 27,100 from 35,000. This indicates is that period people had more demand and increased the purchase capacity. There are changes in demography as well, since the influx of population shows a tendency to form nuclear families rather than conventional joint families. This might create a multiple effect on the factor mentioned above. So, and here the global market size of real estate in 2016 and asset class worth 228 trillion. Real estate is the world's most important asset class with a value total as 228 trillion at the end of 2016. These are an increase of 5% over 2015. It has risen significantly in value since the global financial crisis, along with other assets like commodities, securities, and bonds. Real estate has performed well in low interest and environment. Its income generate capability makes it attractive when compared to the interest rate available from most bonds or deposit accounts. So now that's my part. So now I would like to invite my group member Rafi. Thank you.
Hello, hello all. I'm Rafi Ahmed Rafsan. I'm from 41st batch. My role is 068. So now I'm going to explain the real estate relations with stocks and stocks, shares, and bonds. First of all, the global real estate is is a valuable asset class than all stocks, shares, bonds combined, which together amounted to $170 trillion in 2016. World GDP at constant prices grew by 2.3% between 2015 and 2016 to $74.6 trillion. Real estate assets values have grown faster than all the other production in the world, and another fact that strongly affect the stocks and shares, that is new homeowners are paying more for housing as a multiple of their income. Next, we have the real estate during the pandemic. Let's see what is the current situation of real estate business during this COVID-19 pandemic. Reduction in the responsiveness of bank. Immediately after COVID-19 hit, bank reduced responsiveness about transaction because of their economic condition, which is created a disruption on various operation of real estate business. There are some difficulties in performing the business deeds because of COVID-19 situations. Some buyers looking to improve their lives during this pandemic, and others are trying to flee congested cities like Dhaka city for a greater space in the suburbs. Moreover, companies are coming up with creative ways to help ease the business process. The construction costs also slightly declined for a variety of pandemic related forces. Construction firm leaders are more concerned about demand for their service than any other consideration, including skilled worker shortages. The competition among trade contractors has also increased in many areas as they work to secure backlogs due to uncertainty they have about the future opportunities. That's all from my part, and our next group member will continue this presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Rafi. I'm Mahmoud Hassan Tomoy from 41st batch. My ID is 50. So I'm going to talk about some predictions for real estate after the pandemic. Buyers will upsize. Firstly, we think that the desire for larger apartments will come back into style, and the buyers will be looking to size up, whether it is sizing up in square footage, light, outdoor spaces, or amenities. Secondly, outdoor space and home offices will become a hot commodity. Balconies, terraces, and private roof are already priced amenities for new and prospective buyers, but they will become even more in demand in the continued coming months. Outdoor space may become more important. Home offices will also become a more standard offering in real estate business. Now, construction prices will rise definitely when the suspension on construction ends and builders are ready to get back to work. We can expect delays in permitting process and increased cost of the supply chain. The supply chain will shift. More than 30% of construction materials come from countries such as China, Italy, Brazil, and India, which are facing a huge amount of COVID-19 cases. And so the owners will now look for another suppliers to reduce risk. Here we have given some strategies for real estate developers which they can adopt during the COVID-19 situation. Firstly, virtual tours. People are avoiding going out, and construction sites are no exception. A virtual site tour is a much better option to adopt in order to generate the interest of buyers without the need of leaving their home. This can be easily set up online and can be embedded into the website. Secondly, digitization of documents. Digitizing the documents and sharing the relevant documents to the public online will not only increase the transparency, but will also increase the credibility of the project. The customers will be more confident to buy the project even if they are not present in flesh. Thirdly, the safety management. Safety of the workers from the virus is very important in the current situation. Positive case at the site may completely shut down the work from the officials. Real estate owners must take precautions like ensuring that every worker wears a mask, encouraging the workers to keep a safe distance, washing hands. This will not only maintain the workers' safety, but will also create a sense of assurance among them. Now, robust construction management will play a vital role in the COVID-19 situation. Developers can focus on reducing waste and utilizing the most from the available resources. Work allocation of the workers is also essential. With the limited workers, real estate developers need to be accurately allocating tasks to avoid delay and reworks. If required, they can involve the buyer in the process and take their inputs at regular intervals to avoid reworks at the finishing stages. Lastly, restructuring procurement strategy. Due to the travel restrictions, many manufacturers are unable to deliver the materials at the scheduled time or have been shut down completely. So a big task for the real estate developer is to select the right companies, vendors, and suppliers who have the ability to supply the materials and can deliver at a scheduled time. That's all for my part. Now I'd like to call Tanvir to continue with the presentation.
Thank you very much. I'm Tanvir Khalid from 41st batch, roll number 26. As we have talked about prediction strategies, but they are for the future. Right now, we need to consider how we are going to manage the real estate industries. Unlike every industries, real estate industries need to manage itself during the pandemic. The thing is that real estate industry need to make sure their employees who have respiratory illness or any kind of fever, they need to stay at a place for 24 hours to make sure they are not COVID patient. And then the industry need to make up with this sick leave policies. Now it needs to be modified because it has to be compatible with the public health guidance and other things. And the thing is that yes, if a family member of an employee gets sick, the employee will eventually get sick. So an employee must have a sick leave policy to make sure his or her family is safe and sound. And then we would like to focus on the workplace scenario. We know that workplace influences a lot in the employees' mind. The thing is that we need to make sure our employees now understand the importance of being at home, working from home, and the ethics of sneezing, coughing, and the uses of hygiene when entering in our offices. And we need to make sure a poster is placed, or several posters is placed in every hook and corner of the workplace. And the thing is that yes, COVID-19 has taught us about the importance of personal distances, personal health hygiene. So we make sure that our employees get proper tissue papers and non-touch disposable receptacles and other things like antibacterial gels. We make them let's say ensure the public health and hygiene. And the last of all that, yes, we need to have flexible work duties. Which employee will work whom, where, when, from where, who will that flexible working policy implemented by the HRM. Now the thing about after the pandemic, the pandemic has gone now. The thing is that we need to make sure to understand the importance of workplace, the work ethics and the corporate policies of the employees. We need to make sure that they have the right mindset working for the post-pandemic situation. Then we can start with we can make sure they have flexible workplace, and like that they have work in the home having a very comfortable place. So now they are in offices having competition, having our workplace stresses, having a lot of idea generating possibilities and things that this industry is lacking of skilled employees, and those employees who have skills need to be revised. And as a segment will be working from home because it has become a tradition, so a segment of employees must be trained in some skill like IT. And the thing is that artificial intelligence will bring a boom in the real estate sector, because this thing enables us to talk about what is the customer's choices, where they want the homes must move from, where we're getting the choices, where we're getting the most, let's say, allocation of customers, what kind of design, what kind of things there's that the artificial intelligence will get a big database for us. And the thing is that, yes, COVID-19 has taught us the value of humanitarian approaches, and it must carry on. And in the conclusion, I would like to tell you that real estate industry is like an industry, like the beverage industry, automobile industry, and people invest a lot of money in real estate. At home, it is a retirement place, a living place, a significant income generating place, and it's not like that reconditioned vehicle that I can sell it or I can modify electronic products. So it must be focused very much, and it should be assisted by the government policy as well as the developers' ideas and generators' ideas and the interventions. And the thing is that what we have told you about our predictions, current scenario, suggestions, and the strategies is all we have observed and we have understood, we have, let's say, realized, and these are all our own thoughts. Thank you very much for listening our real estate scenario.